Hi everyone. Sorry it's been a couple days since I've posted a video. It's been pretty hectic. I had my interview for my internship on Friday, and then we had Erin's birthday party yesterday, which that was pretty cool. We had a bouncy house, and then my friend hung some ropes or a rope and used his climbing harness to make a swing for the kids, and they loved that. That was amazing. So, what I want to talk about this evening is um, kind of the struggles that I've faced as a new parent in recovery because this is kind of what happened. I was still struggling with my addiction. I had lost my mom in 2016 and I was ready to get clean, but I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the support at the time, and I definitely didn't have the willpower. But I knew that it was getting close to time, and I was ready. So um, in 2017, I found out I was pregnant, and I used pregnancy Medicaid to get the help that I needed. Um, but what did that look like for me? That was terrifying. I remember. So what happened? Um, I was working a new job, and I was still kind of using here and there, but I wasn't like out there like I had been. I was spending time with my family. I was taking care of my dad, and I was working this job, and I kept getting sick. I would like get nauseous out of nowhere, and I was throwing up in the morning, and it wasn't like consistent, so there was no alarm bells going, hey, maybe you should think about this. So I went to the emergency room because I was still sick. um, they couldn't find anything wrong with me, and so they sent me home. Well, a few days later, I was really sick. I woke up and I was very sick. So I went to the hospital again, and they were going to do a scan on my belly, and they wanted me to drink this stuff. And the nurse came rushing in. He was like, "Have you drank that yet?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Don't." I was like, "Why?" And he said, "You're pregnant." I said, "Excuse me, what?" um, you know, Freaking out, obviously. So I cried. I cried a lot because I knew I was still using, here and there. I knew I had drugs in my system at that time because I had done some the day before. Um, so it was really terrifying. So, being pregnant, um, I knew I had to make some changes because I'd had a miscarriage before, and I knew this was the time. This was it for me to get clean, to get my life together, and to start doing better. I'm sorry, I can't find the right light, you guys. I hate these fluorescents. So, I did what I could. I started saving money. I did lose my job because I was working, oh, not part time, but for a company. I was temporary. It was a temp job. And because I had missed a couple days and hadn't gone in that day, I went to the ER. I lost my job, which okay, that's fine. Um, but everything that happened kind of put me on this path. Um, but when you are a single parent, you're a new parent, and you're in recovery, it's like a shitstorm, pretty much, I can say. Because not only are you trying to take care of this baby, keep a baby alive and feed it and change it and clothe it and take care of it, but you also are working on yourself. Um, and I was at the point to where I didn't know to brush my teeth in the morning and at night. And I usually showered every day, but there's a period in my recovery, or excuse me, in my addiction where I was not showering every day. I was not cleaning the house. I was not cooking. I was not washing dishes. I mean, I did stuff at my dad's house, but um, nothing like being in a solid routine of doing things. So, the first thing really that I had to learn was to build a routine. Whatever we could do in a routine, we did it. Going to bed, taking a bath at the same time, brushing our teeth at the same time. And let me tell you, it was hard. because I did not take care of my teeth when I was younger, I had the hardest time getting in a good routine brushing Erin's teeth. I mean, it was just difficult for me because it wasn't something that I remembered to do. Um, so, I was dealing with all that and dealing with the trauma of using dope for almost 15 years. Um, so, kind of what happened and is still happening to me is I would be doing something and a random memory would hit me out of nowhere of somebody that I had met or something that happened to me or remembering somebody that had passed, just random crazy things that I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know that happened. I totally didn't remember that. Um, so having to deal with all that, man, and on top of being a parent was just exhausting. And then, you're having to build your support system on top of that. So, trying to make new friends, trying to repair friendships with friends that didn't use, that I let fall by the wayside because they didn't use. Repairing relationships with my family. That was really one of my main goals because I knew that my family loved me, but I had not been around and I didn't have a relationship with any of them. So, really building back those relationships with my aunts, my grandmothers, my cousins, um, that really helped. And this is what happened. I was living with my dad while I was pregnant. We ended up finding out that he had bed bugs. So, when Erin was born, um, I couldn't have her down there. So, we came up here, this house where we live now, to stay with my grandmother, my dad's mom. And we were here for about 4 or 5 months, no, maybe 6 months, I think. And then my other grandma had to have surgery, and we needed somebody to stay with grandpa. And I said, well, I'm available, I'm not working, me and Erin can come stay. So we did. And grandma ended up having some complications after the surgery, so we ended up staying longer because I was like, well, you're going to need help. Um, and I honestly didn't want to come back here with my sister because she was still here. That's a whole nother um, video for another time. But um, I didn't want to be here, so Dorothy let us stay down there, and really that was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me because she modeled how to be a parent and modeled how to take care of the house and modeled how to cook a dinner and wash the dishes when you're done and clean up the kitchen and not leave a mess and modeled how to sweep and how to mop. Obviously, I knew how to do all these things, but when you're in addiction, you don't do that. You out hustling, making money, and doing dope. There, cleaning the house and cooking supper, none of that is involved. Um, so I had to relearn all that stuff and get in a good routine and a good habit of doing it. Um, and so really, guys, if you're struggling with addiction and you're a parent on top of it, please get help. Please talk to somebody. Please find a support system because there is help out there. There are places that do scholarships that will accept you into their facility on a scholarship basis. If you need help, please reach out to me. I will help you find the support you need. I will help you find a good facility. Just please reach out to somebody. Okay, guys, if you liked this video, hit the like, subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next one.